ahead of the curve. I just want to, pat you on the back. Great job. Great reporting on this issue.
Oh, thanks, Chris. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. There was a press conference, a briefing earlier this morning, Guam time, with the Secretary of the Navy, Thomas Modley, the Chief of Naval Operations, that's Admiral Michael Gilday. A lot of information came out of that. We understand now from the Chief of Naval Operations, Admiral Gilday, that they've already moved about 1,000 sailors off the ship, and that, according to him, as of that time that he was speaking, which is about 3:30 this morning, they had already begun moving sailors off the base to the hotels. We're waiting for confirmation on that from Joint Region Marianas. Haven't received any word from them yet, but according to the Chief of Naval Operations, that movement has already begun. Let's see.
Yeah, so that's what you got. You interpreted it as though those 1,000 were moved off the ship and starting to move into the hotels.
That's what
okay. Yeah, which is interesting because if only 593 tested negative, and the 1,200 were still pending results, I would hope that it's only the 593 that tested negative.
Yeah. Well, this is his quote. He said, I think you mentioned, Mr. Secretary, that we have over 1,000 off the ship right now. We'll have nearly triple that number of beds and spaces available by Friday, tomorrow, and we'll be expediting. People are moving off the ship as we're briefing right now. And in terms of the operational schedule, in terms of testing, we continue to get more efficient. Over the past 3 days, we've gone from 300 tests a day, I'm assuming, up to 500 tests.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask you something that we're seeing in the comments. So, we had Senator Sabina Perez on the line, and she talked about the massive logistical capabilities of the military and the Navy, and we're seeing in that they've been able to test already 1,200 sailors. And so just seeing in the comments, a lot of people imploring the Gov to make some kind of ask to the military for, some kind of assistance, whether it be with testing. How realistic do you think that is, Nestor? Do you know if that is something that's already, talks have already begun on?
I know that the Admiral Minoni said yesterday that there's a 40-member team coming from the Marine, 3rd Marine Medical Division I believe they're from Okinawa, and they should have arrived already because the Navy Surgeon General during that press conference that I mentioned also said that that team was supposed to be here, and he also announced that, and here's his quote, he says, "I'm happy to report that the Naval Hospital Guam, due to a lot of hard work by a lot of people, we were able to accelerate the diagnostic testing at the Naval Hospital Guam, and that is actually live now as I speak," and that was, like I said, 3:30 this morning. So the Naval Hospital apparently is capable now of diagnostic testing.
Oh.
Wow, that's really interesting. And man,
so is no longer a need to send it to San Diego. You can test it here and get the results.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he meant by that exactly. Mm-hmm. If it can be all confirmed here, or if it still needs to go to
San Diego.
The Naval Research. I don't know exactly.
NRC something in San Diego.
San Diego. Just say Navy San Diego.
Right. I wonder, Ness, if that's going to change. We had Linda on a couple days ago talking about the reporting requirements in that Naval Hospital is a community partner hospital, and she seemed to imply that cases that are tested through Naval Hospital, whether or not the sample is taken there and then sent off to San Diego, that according to the law, that those were the types of results that the military is obligated to report to public health. So I wonder if that's going to kind of change with the numbers that we're seeing. Because
I certainly hope so, because the Secretary of the Navy during these press conferences has been very transparent with the numbers. In fact, we can quote from his statements this morning that, as Bree mentioned, there have been 93 positive tests. Of those, 86 are exhibiting symptoms and 7 without symptoms. There were 593 negative tests. and they've tested about 24% of the crew, and they've got, which is about 1,273 crew members out of, they confirmed the number of crew members was 4,865. So, they're a quarter of the way through, and they've accelerated testing. So I imagine that they'll get through most of them, fairly soon.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I guess I hope Manoni will be at the press conference again today.
Yeah, and that's how surprised were you to see Admiral Manoni at that press conference?
Yeah, I mean that was very good. For the governor's office to be able to have brought him on board, and he was very open to questions yesterday. So yeah, I hope that the admiral is back at the regular press briefing at 1:00 today.
Okay, well, we know that he's going to be briefing. We heard this from a couple senators that there is going to be a Zoom briefing with Admiral Manoni and members of the Guam legislature. I believe that's happening at 2 p.m., Nestor.
Okay, so are we getting the Zoom link from them? Or?
I don't know. I'm going to put in maybe I'll put something in the speakers chat. I don't know how much they're liking KUAM lately, but we could try.
All right.
Thank you, Nestor.
All right, thanks, Ness.
All right, guys.
Okay.
See you in there.
All right,
You too.
9:44. So yeah, there's another press conference going down live as we speak. And
Our meeting, you mean?
yeah, no, he
Yeah.
said something. Was there a press conference?
No, the 1:00. The 1:00 daily briefing. That
Right.
what the information that he was letting us know about was from the press conference that happened at 3:30 in the morning.
Early this morning.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and I think we